on my phone and all that good stuff. But anyhow, now that I really take a good look at this, okay, here's an eye, there's the nose, and there's another eye can control, and it's like, uh, and here's the mouth area, and out of that mouth it says Dies Union Liberated, which means God, union, freedom. Okay, and this is coming out of the mouth. Now, anybody who has artistic eye, you can see that that is a mouth, and it's the evil grin. This is an evil grin that they made this banner out of. Okay, they could have made that banner any kind of way. See how it curves under the bottom? Okay, they could have made that banner fit on there a little bit different, but that is the evil eyes right there. Okay, and it is speaking blasphemy out of that mouth right there. Okay, which says God, union, and freedom. Okay, now, like I said, there's an eye, and if you can look right here, this will be the parameter for the head right here. Okay, and it has some type of little bow tie right there, but on his head, right above his eyes, is your forehead. Okay, so like Dr. Horton said, there's the pyramid, and we all know the pyramid is basically, with the all seeing eye, the Egyptology and the things that they did with the ritual abuse, and they still doing that. This is what the whole targeted experience is about. It's ritual abuse. Okay, they trying to basically mind control you to get you to do something, right? Which if you do it, that would be you accepting it, you know, and you'll be basically worshiping the beast also, because you don't need to spill blood. You know what I mean? You just kind of like have to wait on the Lord. So, I wouldn't recommend giving in to evil thoughts. But anyway, now look at this. It looks like a crown. It looks just like a crown. See, here's the, and then if you know what a crown looks like, that looks like a crown on that thing's head, man. Like I said, right there is a face. That is a face, bro. If anybody, like I said before, if you have artistic eyes, you can see that. That is a face. That is a face, okay? And it has eyes. There's an eye right there. There's another eye right there. There's a nose. Why did they create that like that? Out of all the flags that she showed in her presentation and all the flags that I've actually looked at, this one right here is the most creepiest one, kind of. Like, I haven't, it's like they intentionally did that. You know what I'm saying? And that's exactly what they did. And this, like I said, this thing has a crown on his head with one, two, three, 4, 5 points. But just like a crown would fit on your head. Boom. There it is right there. That is a crown on this thing's head. Flat out. You know? So, like I said in the other video, El Salvador means savior. I don't know if anybody else have ever noticed this, but yeah, it means savior. El Salvador means savior, and those words that are written on that banner, that's a mouth right there. Plain as day, that is a mouth. All right. Now, I'm not just saying this is the only country that is using mind control, but I'm gonna tell you this is the only one that actually has this thing. They, they the only one that has made their flag this creative to where it has hitting stuff in it. All the other ones have hitting. Like she was showing the pentagrams and the 5 point stars and stuff like that. But this one, like I said, it has one, two, three, 4, 5 points on it, right? We're not counting the pyramid, but we counting these on the crown. One, two, three, 4, 5. And we looking at these eyes right here, and this nose and this mouth. So it's basically like that's a person that has been crowned. And this thing, these flags, this particular flag was created in 1972, around the same time MK Ultra was supposed to have been completely stopped. You see what I'm saying? So what's the odds of that? Along with other things like I think the DSN, matter of fact, let me look it up. Because I believe the DSN was actually made around that time also. Just hold on 1 second. DSN created. No. Oh. Okay, so I was wrong about that, but it's still around the same times because they started doing their studies in the 1940s and 50s and stuff. So all of this stuff was happening. They were making all these different, making up these different mental diagnoses and all those things around the same time. But I'm going right back on this flag, and like I said, this thing is like, to me, that is definitely showing some type of similar, some symbol of something, because that is a face right there. That's a face. And the artists who did that, they did that on purpose. Like I said, I can draw, and I know how to draw things and make things look like something and hide it. I can do that. That's how I caught it. You know what I mean? Because I know how to draw stuff. You know, but yeah, that's what they did. That's a mouth, there's a nose, and it has two eyes, and this Joker has a crown on his head, man. This Joker got a crown on his head. For real. You come in, but if you just look at that, that's what you will see. That is a crown on his head. Flat out.
Oh, my bad. I didn't know you was using my charger.
Go
Okay.
ahead, you got it.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, that's a crown on this guy's head right here. And I just wanted to come back and say that because I really didn't look at it that way. I just looked at it as being that pyramid, but I didn't look at that part of it. So that's definitely a crown on this thing's head, you know. And also, if you look close, you'll see that it has checkerboard in the back, which we all know that's associated with Freemasonry. So there's another indicator, okay? And if this was created in 72, that just shows you uh 1972 where they were going because you got that rainbow up there, and these things as far as the rainbow and the pride and all that stuff didn't come to play until recently. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so that right there is pretty, in my opinion, is definitely uh, a tell sign that, just like she said, that these criminal syndicates or cartels or, uh, this underground uh, elite cartels, that they have been in control for a very long time now. And, a lot of us are just waking up to this stuff, but this has been going on since, this if this flag was made in 1972, I was born in 83. So this thing right here symbolizes mind control all the way. And this was in 1972. So, it is what it is. So a lot of us who were born after these dates, and we've always thought that we've been having this type of issue going on with us the whole time. Most likely you were being victimized from the very beginning. Because you can add up 1972 until now. That's 30. That's what, a little over 50 years. 50 years in the making. Okay, and this is just this one country that I found this type of extreme symbolism in it. And uh, Dr. Catherine Horton, she specifically picked this one to talk about that pyramid. And I'm not trying to take anything from what she had to say because that pyramid is definitely uh, symbolization of mind control and MK Ultra. All the ancient Egypt stuff. You know, all the abuse and the torture is ritual abuse. And that's what they were doing in Egypt. But like I said, this guy here looks like the king of it. And if you know anything about the MS-13 gang, they have to be ruthless to even be a part of that gang. So who's to say, you know, whenever that gang was created, that this mind control didn't get them to that level of violence that they are able to uh, put on uh, their prey or, whoever they take out. So, because those guys have to be really extreme. Like, they do the most barbaric, brutal things to people. Okay? I think that's like the top gang of all gangs is those guys. But just check that out. That's a king right there. That is a king. Straight up. With a face, the eyes and the nose, and the mouth. And he's suited with a tie on. A little bow tie right there. Okay, so you tell me what you think. Maybe I'm just overlooking it, but maybe I'm looking at it, I'm thinking too hard, as they say. But man, I don't know about that. It just, it's just no way that. I mean, look at that. The little slants under the eyes, like the bags under the eyes right there. Like I said, I'm an artist myself, so I can draw these type of things. And man, that's a nose right there. Right here where my thumb is, that is a nose. This is a mouth. They always do. You can look at something and it means something else, and it'll be right there in your face, and you won't see it. This is one of those occasions. Check him out. He has a full angry face with the evil grin, right there, with a crown on his head, with the pyramid over his forehead. Okay, background. Well, it don't got the background on this one, but the other one had the little checkerboard on it. But anyway, I just wanted to come back and talk a little bit more about that because it's really been on my mind since I saw this thing. I was like, wow, that's crazy. I was just wondering if anybody else has actually noticed that, because this thing been around since 1972, and I know I'm not the only person who's noticed that. That guy right there, it's an angry guy right there with a crown on his head. See, straight up right there. It's an angry face, and then you got the C right there. The C over his forehead. Where's that beast coming from? It's coming from out the sea. Like I said in previous videos, uh, yeah, I know. Absolutely, yeah. Uh, and like it says in Revelations 13 and 6, it speaks about a beast coming out the sea. That's why I always try to tell people, it sounds however you want to put it. People say it doesn't make any sense or I'm just talking some crazy mess. But why is it that this guy, whoever the artist was who made this, he know what he was doing and he's most likely did it for whoever that person who wanted this to be symbolized this way. He drew it for them to be that way. You know what I mean? And in the scriptures, it tells you about this beast that will come out the sea, and he will have control over all kindreds, all tongues, and all that. And that's what mind control does. It controls your people in your home, your family. It's either you worship it, or you basically like the targets we're getting executed. We're being exterminated very slowly, slow kill, and everyone else is they are participating with it to keep their lives. Okay, everyone who doesn't worship it, and it's something, a mindset that you have to have. Like she was saying, you have to have uh, this psychopath mindset. You know, you have to be able to do certain type of things, or the system will reject you. Period. Okay, so you have to be willing to hurt people and hurt kids and elderly people. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to do research and I'm going to look up what, because I've heard about what MS-13 does, but I haven't just really researched it. But all gangs get violent. They can do pretty much anything. But these guys, they're very, very brutal. They can do the worstest things to you. So, and anybody, they don't care who it is, kids or whatever. But yeah. So this thing right here is definitely a major key event in Revelations and milestone to the coming of Christ. Period. Anyhow, I'll get back with you guys later.